Hello everyone. Welcome to AI Community Learning Program, where builders, product thinkers, and curious minds from around the world come together to explore the real impact of AI, powered by Microsoft Teams and driven by a global community of learners. We are excited to welcome Karyna Mihalevich, Chief Product Officer, AI Strategist, and host of the Clarity Show podcast. With a deep background in SAP consulting, enterprise AI product management, and scaling AI from idea to revenue, Karyna is here to walk us through no fluff practical playbook for building smarter, faster, and with purpose. In this session, you'll learn how to spot AI opportunities through a business logic first lens, where automation ends and AI begins, and how to use her AI implementation discovery framework to turn ideas into ROI. Without further ado, let's jump in.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for such introduction, extensive one. I even almost don't have anything to add on the top of it. Only one minor thing that I also studied at MIT about designing and building AI product and services, which also helped me to structurize my knowledge about AI and how to design AI products. And I'm working at Clarity. I have experience with AI for more than 5 years and overall more than 12 years in IT, in enterprise processes, solutions implementation, mainly SAP. Clarity is SAP partner. That's why our preliminary focus is around AI implementation for SAP solutions. But of course, we can integrate solutions and our services with any third-party systems. And I want to share also one personal thing. I would say that I like to build with AI myself. So I'm constantly trying, testing, practicing, building something for my personal efficiency with Lovable, N10, and other solutions, which I believe our AI enthusiast community works with too. So feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn or in the community to share experience about your building practices and any questions about AI in enterprise processes. So let's move on, and I will start with the questions that you probably saw also in the description of the session, that business right now questioning all this AI revolution. How can AI understand our complex business rules when even our staff struggling sometimes with exceptions that we have in business process? When it comes to enterprise resources planning systems, and today I will mainly focus around SAP, we have, let's say, ECC on-premises solution, and it has a lot of customization, long history of development, which is stable enough, and the business leaders, they want to continue use this solution. And AI comes, and the question arises, can we apply AI to our customization? Or the modern solutions as for HANA, public cloud, then the question comes, what exactly and how we can structurize our AI implementation roadmap to faster get the values. Also, business says we've invested in automation already. We have our RPA technologies, or we have some solutions that works fine. Why do we need to bring AI into our landscape? What difference it makes? How do we measure real RE? There are so many buzzwords. There are so many false promises. I would say about 100% of automation immediately. But 2025, I would say mainly about the reality check, and businesses, they started to question where our exact value falls and how to scale our solutions beyond the AI pilots. Why us? Why we designed this business logic first approach and the AI workshop service? We have more than 5 years of experience in AI development. We started to develop our own AI-based products when it was even without large language models, when we used just deep learning methods. And we have our company more than 30 years in SAP ERP implementation and different SAP solutions. And we have our product also published on SAP Store. So we combine our technical expertise in AI implementation. We know the constraints, we know limitations, and also our deep knowledge of enterprise processes and specifically SAP. So it was published not long time ago from MIT Media Labs that 95% of enterprise generative AI pilots fails to deliver measurable ROE. Another problem that is on the surface that how to measure the success. Like previously, it was easier to understand, are we expecting yes or no answer? Are we expecting this action or this outcome from the technology, from the something that programmed? But right now, when we have this conversational AI, and we ask questions, we get answers. How I can be sure that this is true, that it's based on our knowledge, especially that AI has access to big data, big number of data, and we human have less capabilities to process such big amount of data to validate um, on our own what are the outcomes and can we believe in them. So what is the main problem? Why there is such a big gap between expectations and the real deliverables? We believe that we found an answer, and this answer is, of course, in business logic. So what business logic stands for? It's simply, it's not that simply as a code or documentation. I would say that it's collective intelligence, and sometimes it's even not documented. It can stay in the human day-to-day work, in their minds, and it's on how our enterprises actually operates. So key components such as business rules and decision criteria, approval hierarchy and delegation passes, exception handling protocols. How do we solve the problems with discrepancies, deviations, contract terms and compliance requirements, the long tail of take it knowledge. Let's review one example, invoice approval logic. The standard invoice under $10,000 follows direct manager approval. It seems simple, but when it comes in reality and when you speak about this process with customers, then they start to explain you 5 different paths on how this logic can go. There are some exceptions, there are some non-standard passes. When we have something new on our line items, this categorization, how to map this information on general ledger accounts, and different validations. So how to automate it? It's important to understand in details and document this information, this collective intelligence, and implement new practices. So next question, which raised why we can't stay with our RPA technologies or previous developed solutions, some custom solutions or already implemented enterprise solutions. You can, and actually AI won't fix everything. So here, the comparison between traditional automation and AI. Traditional automation executes predefined linear processes, and it fails when encountering variations or exceptions. It's required perfect input and data formats. It breaks when business rules change, and it limited to routine, repetitive tasks. When AI comes, it can interpret context and meaning from data. It can handle exceptions and edge case adaptively. It can process unstructured and various input, learns and evolves with changing patterns, and makes decisions based on the complex criteria. So we need to clearly understand which approach works better for what, and either we have enough and clean data in order to introduce AI in our landscape? Do we understand the application of AI and, of course, its benefits and limitations? So here we come to our service that we designed internally based on our experience. It's on average 5 weeks of work with customers, collaborative approach, where we go through discovery, design, then deliverables preparation stages. Stage 1, design. We interview stakeholders. First of all, for us, it's important to understand leadership alignment in terms of objectives and priorities for AI implementation. Also, maturity level of organization, their knowledge about AI and their expectations. Then we interview business process owners. We need to understand for prioritized business process groups what are their current bottlenecks, problems, pain points, and if as these processes are not documented, then we support this activity and helps to develop design, documentation, business process schemas, and architectures. We capture integration points. In our solutions, we have a lot of pre-built connectors, but we also, of course, support API integrations. And for us, it's important that with AI, operation will go smooth. And we do overall system landscape analysis. During design phase, we have kind of design thinking session with business process owners where we create AI opportunities. But here the question comes, how to create something when people sometimes have a blank page and they don't know anything about AI and what AI can do. We start with demos and case studies explanation. I will give an example. So there was a company who approached us and they had some expectations and objectives about AI implementation for their financial services. So we demoed to them how to do for purchase order based invoices, matching with AI between invoice and purchase order. We showed them how conversational AI can support the activity about the insights on their financial information. We also demonstrated some predictive models on how to forecast their financial information based on different external and internal factors. And based on it, the reality switched a bit from the what AI can do into, oh, all right, we have another idea. We can then maybe do this and that with AI. And then together collaboratively, we create AI opportunities catalog. It's a long list, and we can put there any craziest ideas. But then we apply to it our AI assessment logic for AI implementation. It includes business readiness check. It includes priorities for the business and ROE calculation. So we have this internally built framework, and we help businesses to prioritize those opportunities. When we select top 3, 5, then we start to design pilot. For us, pilot is something which can be done in 2 months maximum. And we choose some business processes that can deliver the maximum of ROE and bring our customer this look and feel momentum where they will understand what AI can do. And next step is preparation of the scope of the project deliverables, explanation, success metrics definition, and scaling plan, which we call AI implementation roadmap. Some more case studies. So internally, we developed some AI products. One of them is Grape AI, which is intelligent document processing solution. And right now, we are working towards developing AI agents, which will help make processes around documentation even more efficient when people will just provide their objections into conversational AI. It will show it pass how it processed the steps, choose different tools and execute them, and then will ask for confirmation for the dangerous actions. Dangerous actions, the one that can break our revenue stream or do something harmful to our organization, let's say, or our business processes. So in advance, we configure them, and then business users make the final decision. And where we are right now in terms of business real case deliverables, our offering of intelligent document processing, Grape AI, is tiered into 3 offerings. We have self-service for small and medium enterprises. Here, where you don't need to go through long onboarding process or expect some implementation projects, you just create your account, pay with your credit card, and immediately start to use our 9 ready for usage use cases such as invoice processing, bill of lading processing, and others. We focus on maximum 10 minutes before business users will get specific values. One of the case studies about purchase orders normalization. Danish manufacturing company approached us with a request that they have this very manual process right now where every week they receive at least 50 different orders in different formats, and it can be a combination of inputs. For example, information about some items can be in email body and some information as attachment in Excel or PDF. Secondly, the product definition, categories of the product, how they come from the requester, different from the way how this Danish company maintain it in their master data. So there should be some sort of mapping or normalization of those parameters, and at the end there should be standardized one output file which goes to their third-party system, to their manufacturing, to their system where they process those orders for manufacturing. And we developed to them AI agent, this purchase order agent, where human, they can just write request asking first to compare information and search for deviation between, for example, attached PDF and information which is in an email body. If anything, then agent recommends how to solve this issue or recommends a draft of emails that can be sent to the customer to clarify some data. And once finalized, it generates a standardized Excel output, considering also normalization of the product data and categories data, and ask if everything is fine, show the explanation, and if so, human confirm, and the document will be created. One of the cases that we explored during our AI workshop is for beef producer company in Australia about yield forecasting. They approached us, and at that time they had mainly Excel, their financial system, but they were optimistic, and we also, about predictive model implementation to see in advance yield percentage forecast and make real-time decisions about how they can adjust something in their request for production of this beef, and also a trajectory on how it can affect their financial forecast. So after the implementation, and we designed dashboards for them, and it was a successful project, right now working in production, they have improved their expectations about yield forecasting and about overall financial forecasting. I also want today to focus on SAP, of course, because as I said, we have experience and my expertise lays around SAP solutions. Right now, we see that customers who have not SAP S/4HANA public cloud, they have some concerns. Either we need to use AI and how to apply it. Our answer, yes, they should, but the way how to approach AI implementation should be different because different ERP types of ERP, they have different limitations, and those limitations can be converted also into opportunities. For example, ECC, which is on-premises ERP, sooner or later will be migrated in S/4HANA. And here, AI gives opportunity to prepare data for this migration. If start with implementation of intelligent document processing and data cleaning and preparation for the migration, developing different parsing functionality and normalizing the data, preparing it for the future migration, AI can be this catalyst of conversion data and preparing for future migration. We know that for S/4HANA on premises, for example, integration is important, but it has its own limitation. And by knowing this, we can design our roadmap for AI implementation, keeping in mind AI and API integration constraints. And for private cloud, very important, of course, security. So our AI implementation approach for this type of SAP ERP consider all those needs. All right. Yeah, I'm taking too much time probably with explanation. We need to have some time for your questions, and I would be glad to answer them. So first of all, one more time, you can approach me via LinkedIn or on Microsoft and ask any questions about AI product services, products and services, about this AI workshop, about AI implementation in SAP landscape. And you can check out our AI workshop with a hyperlink, which is in this presentation. I will share it. And I'm happy to answer your questions about implementation strategies, about business logic as a approach for AI implementation, technical details about our services, about our products, intelligent document processing, AI agents, and array calculation. Oh, this is something that I can also add. How do we set up with enterprises some expectations about success metrics? Because when we say, can you provide us your expectations, sometimes business also struggle to understand what exactly is required and what are the options for those success metrics. One of the RE calculations that we measure, and of course array calculation, but other options. For example, for intelligent document processing, we have such metrics as STP, through output document processing. We take some data sets, calculate, let's say, 1,000 of the documents, and we check how many of those have 100% accuracy of recognition, means no human intervention needs for this document extraction. And based on it, we calculate percentage. This is one of the metric. Of course, we have a confidence score where we see how sure model, means how much data it's so before for this specific field or for the specific document. We have exception rate reduction metric, means we run some tests, some experiments, and compare the results, and we expect this reduction of the rate. And for the business users, what is the most common is a cost per transaction or cost per seat. So means we calculate how much money it takes right now to deliver some processes manually in the comparison with money which business need to spend when they work collaboratively with AI to complete some tasks or some business processes. Right. That's it that I wanted to bring today to you, and I would be glad to answer your questions, if any.
This was a wonderful session, especially especially to know how to use AI in implementing all those things and improving your business's processes. Definitely, I will have a look at your workshops and all your case studies. Once you share the deck, I think this is really interesting to go deeper and dive deeper into the understanding of the processes and the implementation.
Thank you. All right. If any questions, then you can approach me directly. And thank you for your interest in this topic, AI for enterprise processes.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.